Shit that piss me off. As humans, we all have things that make us angry. It's a part of life, just like sleeping. Anger is an emotion, and it is okay to be angry. Now, with that being said, fuck dumbass customers. I have no problem with having but working in customer service and having to deal with dumbass customers, especially ones that feel like they know better or feel as if they are entitled. I tell you, I'm not allowed to give you a certain item or product. Why are you up in my face in your feelings and being like, but I need this so I can do another thing? Like, that's not my fault. I'm not allowed to give you the product as instructions given to me by my manager. I can't go behind her back and do that. I risk losing my job. And with losing my job, I lose my money. And I need more money. How else am I gonna eat? And on top of that, they're busy they're busy trying to convince me to give it to them. Like, brother, I'm not gonna do it. And then they start giving me negative attitude. Like, shut your bitch ass up. It isn't up to me. I just work here. But this can be talked about in another video. No, another thing that really grinds my gears are domus. Don't get me wrong, I understand the need for rules. They help to keep balance and instill a level of discipline. But, bro, it gets to a point. Now, when I was in high school, there was an array of rules, some of which made sense, like keeping your uniform tidy and being on time for class. All of that stuff. But there's one rule that I did not fuck with. And I call this rule the grooming rule. And it's in regards to hair, not the kitty diddling type of rule. But yeah, the hair rule. And you would think, oh, doesn't sound too bad. Maybe you just need a fresh lineup, get your edges sharpened. You could not be more wrong. Now, I'm gonna tell you a story. So just take a seat, open your ears, and listen. Imagine this. You made it to school in a holly jolly joyous mood, ready for the day and ready to pursue your academic prowess. But while you walk through the gate, you notice students lined off and some students being turned back. Now, you may think to yourself, I wonder what's going on. Well, maybe I'm not involved, because you're a good student. You haven't been in any trouble as of recently, or at all for that matter, and you think you're in the clear. But then the dean stops you and she tells you to just turn back. and go home. And you ask why. And then she says, you need a haircut. And you're just standing there wondering, but why? I combed my hair. It's not all over the place. So you think to yourself, why? Why would she do such a thing? So then you go over to another student and he says that, oh, your hair's too high. And you're stunned in disbelief. Because you notice that she let in another student with hair similar to yours. So it's like, what the fuck? You're confused. Your mind is in shambles. And you're trying to convince yourself, no, it has to be another reason. And then, boom. You stay there because you have shit you need to get done. You have a project that you have to do in class. So you stay until she changes her mind. But her mind is like a brick wall. You can't move it. And it's definitely not gonna crumble for a while. So then, boom, members of staff come up with an alternative. Either you go get a haircut now, or just go get your ass home. Then they bring this barber from down the road. And imagine this, a man in a tank top and shorts. No, you think he's chill, yeah. But wait, on one side of his head, he has braids, but on the other, it's a nappy afro. And on top of it, he looks like he just woke up. Where the fuck did they get this barber? And they're like, you're gonna go follow him to his barber shop, and you're gonna get a cut and come back. And I'm thinking to myself, fuck no. And then a few more minutes pass. Some students come back with their fresh cut. I wanted to cry, bro. I remember seeing one of them with a bald patch in the back of his head. Oh no. I'm not getting a cut from this man. And then the bum ass security guard has the nerve to tell us, man, just go get the haircut and then you can go in. First of all, I'm not getting a haircut from a barber who looks like he just woke up and is still hungover at 7 in the fucking morning. You got me twisted. And second of all, you're balding under that cap, so I don't want to hear it. Shut your bitch ass up. You have no opinion. And to top it all off, they push us out the front gate, tell us all to go home, otherwise, they're gonna call enforcements on students who are required to be there. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. All because our hair was a little too high. You stifle our education because of that. Bro, where are your priorities? God. But hey, it's in the past. Forgiven. Nah, fuck it. I still hate that dean. But yeah, moving on. Another thing that another thing that gets under my skin, hyping. Now I know this possibly gave some people PTSD, you know, and I'm not sorry, first of all, but hyping in video games, especially if you're playing competitive. Dude, tell me why the ping can be good 1 second and then all of a sudden it cha-cha slides, hop, skips, and jumps from 50 ping all the way to 6,000. Bro, please, I'm trying to rank up. It's not helping when you're stomping me down. Same time while my opponent is running my shit. Please, give me a chance. I can't do it. Please. God. Ugh. And oh god. It's like what did I do? I'm fighting a losing battle. And then when it gets worse somehow, oh my gosh. How does it get worse? Like, I just need a little more elo, please. I just need a little more elo. I Please give me a break.